So from here, we've done the backup. We've converted that backup copy to a restore. We've now got a new restored ICE database. We're now ready to actually do the upgrade. The process in the upgrade is actually quite simple. I'm not going to bore you reading the overview about the upgrades because this is all included in the documentation you'll receive. But it's just pretty much reinforcing what I've said. Make sure you've done a backup. Make sure that you've got your files, etc. before commencing. So how do we do our actual upgrade? Again, we come back into our utility file. SYSDBA master key, and this time under database, we're going to click on Upgrade Database. The dialog box will automatically open, prompting you to select your .upg file, UPG standing for upgrade. So this is the upgrade file that you've already extracted. You will select it, and you'll note on the right-hand side there's UPG information. And it's telling you what the start version, UPG version is, and that's what your current ICE version is. And the final UPG version, well, that is where the version you'll end up on once you've completed this upgrade. All you need to do then is click Open, and that will actually start the upgrade process for you. And you'll see that on the left-hand side, as it's working its way through the upgrade, the percentage is increasing, advising you of how much more you've got to go. If it was to error, it would stop and an error message in red would appear. I'm fairly comfortable to say for the upgrade that you guys are about to do for the 1st of November, we can expect that you will not find any errors. However, some upgrades, if you've not upgraded previously for a while and you're trying to go from one version to another and you've missed an upgrade in the middle, that would present you with an error message suggesting that you need to run upgrade number blah, blah, blah first. So if you do get an error, contact our support desk for further assistance. Once this has gone through, again, you can see how it's progressing, but again, even if it does perhaps seem to hang for a long time, don't just force it. Let it do its thing until it advises you it's successfully done, or in worst case scenario, which is rare, presents you with an error message. Once it's completed, you'll see in green, upgrade successful, the database version now is blah, 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 and that it's actually finished. You will know that it is successfully finished only when you see that message in green. So we'll just flick back and hopefully my restore has finished. Oh no, my restore is still going, so we'll go through the next stage. Okay, once we've done the upgrade, what we need to do is actually refresh or reset all of your staff user access codes. And it's a very simple thing. All we need to do is go back into our utility file, open it as normal, but this time we're going to go to security, users and groups, and all we need to do is actually open it up and close it again. It's just 2 steps, open, close, and you'll see the login data rebuild has been completed. If you were to forget this step, you would be reminded as soon as the users went to log in, because they would more than likely be presented with a cannot log in error message. And it just means you just need to come back into security, open your users, close your users, and rebuild their login data. I really would like this one to hurry up and finish so we can do that, so you can see how. Now I know this one of mine only takes usually about 10 minutes to do. Okay, what we need to do is obviously also replace all of the copyshop.exe files on the desktops, because at this moment all you have done is taken care of everything on the main location, typically being the server. So you need to go to each of the desktops or workstations or point-of-sale stations and delete the old copy shop and replace with the new copy shop exe. And as I said, that's just that picture icon that your staff double-click on to open up their session of ICE each day. So go to your desktop, find the icon, and click on Properties. This is going to give you, depending on the version that you're using in your system, you'll either open file location or find target, depending on which type of environment you're operating on. And from here, we're just simply going to delete the current copyshop.exe file, and we're going to replace it with the new ice.exe that you have extracted. And then we just need to send it back to the desktop as an actual shortcut. So you do need to do this on each of the desktops. Okay, that's still going. Okay, then the last step is dealing with our connections file. So for every upgrade, we always get a new connections upgrade. For this upgrade that we're doing for the 1st of November, this is obviously a really important one because this is what upgrades your mobile and fixed connections module. So we need to actually uninstall our current version and reinstall the new version that you've downloaded or received via email. So when we look at our iSlive folder, you would have noticed, perhaps if ever you've had a close look, there's all these BPL files in your iSlive folder. All of these BPL files are what make up the connections module. So we need to remove these to reinstall the newest version. But within these files, you'll find an application called unins OO, UNINS OO, and it's an application file. And that is the file that we actually double-click on to remove or delete the current connections module. So simply double-click on it, and once you do it, follow the prompts, and it will automatically delete all of the BPL files. From here, we then need to reinstall the new connections setup.exe file. Now, it too is a follow the prompts, very simple to do. Once you've extracted it, that's how it'll look, a little connections-setup and the version that you're up to. Double-click on this file, and it will just automatically reinstall for you on your ICE system, in your ICE folder. So if we flick back now to my restore, as we can see, has now finished. So I'm going to go in there. So I've done my restore. What I'm going to do now is simply open and close my users. Open and close to log in my users. So now I'm going to File, Exit. Oops. I'm back into my ICE folder. We're going to go back in now. So we've done our backup. We've done our restore. Now what we need to do, see, it's now created my new ice.fdb file. So I no longer need that copy because I've got a new copy. So I can either choose to delete it or send it over to an unused folder. So I'm going to delete it because there's no need for me to keep it. I've got my backup copy. If something was to go wrong, there's my backup copy there. So with our backup that we took, we're going to right-click to rename because we want to know that that was our backup done, 29th of the 10th, 1-2. And I'm also going to send it over to my backups folder and pop it in there so that if anything ever happened and I had to reinstall my last backup copy, there it is there.